Alright, just a couple of clickeronis here and there. A couple of this, a few of those, maybe a couple of these, and we're gonna jump right into it. Hello, phony mahonies and jabronis. It's your boy back at it again, the Foxhound. And guess what? You know what today is? You know what today is. Do you feel that? Do you smell that, chat? Smell it? It's my birthday, chat. It's my birthday. And for my birthday, it's my choice on what we're doing. And so, we're continuing on in our adventures in the one, the only, the retro roguelike tower climbing monster mangling Azure Dreams. There we go. Not to be confused with Azure Dreamer for all you Undertalers out there. If you're thinking of your boy Frisk, Sans, and Papyrus, maybe some Undine the Undying, everybody else, not gonna find them here. Not gonna find them here. The only monsters that we deal with, we can capture. We can bring them in as eggs, raise them as our own offspring, and make them fight to the death for us. Over and over again. Now, when last we left off, we had Bupkis in our inventory. Alright. Yo, Demon Girl. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. That's awful nice of you. Yo, you didn't see it, did you? You didn't see what happened to our boy. Yo, look what happened to our Griffin boy. Look at his beautiful majesty right here. Alright, you're gonna see him in action. You're gonna see him in action. But your boy, he said supersize me, okay? He traded in those wings and grew some buff freaking arms. He started hitting the gym, right? Took so much creatine, took so much protein shake. Dude was chugging in shores, one after the other, okay? Just digging in with the protein shakes, time and time again. And as a result, just went huge. Yo, Rosie, been a minute. Happy to see you. Thank you very much for the happy birthday wishes. I very much appreciate that. Very, very much appreciate that. Alright, we're gonna do just a raw, bring in nothing, hope that it works out kind of run. Gotta bring our boys in. Hopefully we come back with a wind crystal or two. We're just gonna go in on him. It's our boy Fredbear. Fredbear there. Yeah, he's got the stuff. He's got the stuff. Be able to break right on through. So we're going for it. But yeah, appreciate the happy birthday in the chat. If anybody wants to sing me happy birthday, you're more than welcome to. Not obligated to, obviously. Not obligated. You better freaking do it. Why is it so hard to find a cane corso puppy? You know, it's like the old song says, a puppy like you is impossible to find, you're impossible to find. Man, they wrote the song for a reason. Alright, what is this open platform, open concept arena that we're in now? Alright, Fredbear, get him. Look at them arms, man. He has been hitting every day. Every arm day. Leg day, not so much. Still got them little chicken legs. But arm day? Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. He has been doing curls like nobody's business. Alright, there's some stuff up there. We don't have access to it. So you're looking for a specific puppy. So probably most people ain't familiar with what a cane corso doggo looks like. You know, and coming from the dude, it's literally, you know, a hound. Maybe that's a little embarrassing. But why don't you describe exactly what we're looking at when we're talking cane corsos? Feed that through the old organic grok in the dome piece and tell us what exactly a cane corso is. in the whole dog genus world. Alright. Little something on the elevator itself. Huh. I need one under a K. Okay, spicy. But the paperwork has health testing and purebred protection, dog. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. For $1,000, for 1,000 big ones, you can get a whole lot of other types of protection. Pretty sure you can just go ham. State-of-the-art security system, a little click blamaroni protection. Just saying, there are other ways of protecting oneself. But hey, you want what you want. Want what you want. The heart wants what it wants. And what it wants turns out to be a puppy. And we live with it. Alright, our first piece of equipment, a decent little copper shield. We throw it on. Right. How long am I streaming today on the old birthdays? That's an excellent question. So what I'm looking at is probably want to go until at least until like 11:30 is what I'm looking at right now. So we got like 2.5 smackaroos. That's what I'm feeling so far. May go a little longer, maybe a little bit shorter, but that's around the time set that we're looking at the moment. So out there in internet land, besides puppy woes and life really blows, what do we got going on, huh? What? Oh, wow. Just getting my face blown off there. You know, you're just walking through the neighborhood, having not a care in the world, and then all of a sudden a giant death laser shoots up from under your feet in a quadruple cross pattern and turns your mustache into a flaming wreck. You know, just your average Tuesday. It's a rough neighborhood. Alright, BRB? Sure. Come on back whenever you get to it. Alright. I think we've just about... And we got our wind crystal. Alright. As I say, that is our wind condition right there. Alright. So, what are our goals? I think what we want to do here... This first run is just to get our tootsies a little dipped into the water. So we'll go ahead and travel up a little bit here. And we'll figure her out. Oh yeah, chat. It's the one that told me, chat. It's the one that told me. I can't see. I can't think. Oh, it's bad, chat. Okay. Oh, that's better. Ooh. Alright. Yeah, hate the little spinny dudes there. That has gotta be the worst trap in the game. Trap that makes you berserk and punch your friends in the dome piece, that's pretty bad. The one that flips your entire center of gravity upside down, arguably worse. Alright, our boy Fredbear is just punching him down. Absolutely, just mangling faces, knuckle sandwiches for everybody. Dude's running a deli where the only sandwich they serve is pain. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We got a blade. We'll go ahead and take that. What kind of weapon are we looking at? Just a standard iron sword, and it has a curse on it. Beautiful. That's just what I wanted to see. Wow, yeah, thanks for that. Alright, well, if we make it out of here, we can sell it. Or if we find a decurse scroll, we can go ahead and remove the curse. And we are just... Man, that's a -2 iron, and the copper shield's a -1. Dude, what is our... Did we just step on a rust trap? Is that what happened? Is that why all of our equipment is just falling apart? Because right now, it's almost better to just bare knuckle than what we got. We got like half of a crusty fork. Half the prongs are just bent. Yeah. No, we are in trouble as far as equipment goes. But having that wind crystal means that even if we hit like nobody's business, as in nobody would hire us for security, even so, we have a way out. We continue to face mangle. We continue to roll faces using our knuckles, and we just go on. Boonga boonga gorilla style. Pure gorilla POV. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Yo, there's a cyclone. You know what they say? Leaving sleeping cyclones lie inside of their grave. Get out of here. Get punched in the dome piece. There we are. Alright, let's see what's going on. So, Rosie, what's been good? Missing out on your lovely company. And another wind crystal. Chat, the arrogance that we got going. We just swagger through the dungeon now. Absolute swagger. But yeah, you're out there in internet land just hanging out. Let's see. Please be decurse. No, it's holy. Holy's fine. Not as good as decurse would be for us right now, but it works. It just works. Alright. Little Todd Howard magic. We bless the stream with Todd Howard powers. Yeah, we are not hitting for any particular damage. Makes sense, given the fact that we are effectively slapping people with a chopstick that's falling apart. It's more of a whip than it is an actual blade at this point. You just we kind of just flick our wrist. Doesn't have the substance to actually be doesn't have the substance to be called a sword. Nah. What we get looks like if a sword caught some sort of terrible debilitating disease and got put on life support. That's effectively what we're rocking. Alright, we need... No, we're just gonna go ahead and bolt. I think we've explored the vast majority of this place. Yeah, we want to pick it clean, but we don't want to go so ham that we end up not able to really support ourselves. So we'll just go ahead and keep moving. Yo, but the boost that Fredbear upon becoming a Grier Nut got was crazy. So we used all of those Mazer seeds that we have been storing up. Every last one of them. And we just went ahead and pumped them all directly into his biceps. And you can see the result. You can absolutely see how those proteins and the creatines, man, threw in a little testosterone mix in there. You can see the results. It works. It absolutely works. Alright, 53 out of 80. You could eat some stuff. The question is, what do we want to feed? Get multiple anti-chaoses, so we'll feed you that. And then limit fruit. Eat that. And then the lava fruit we don't really want for anything. Alright, let's go ahead and travel here. Alright, and he's broken up in half. There we go. Level 6. Looking spicy. Alright. We got Michael Bloomberg here. Of course, just whipping. Big whipping POV. Alright. My Hell Seed. That's my hell yeah. Again, these little get out of jail free cards don't mean that much early, but in the end game, you know, when we're really in the stuff, when enemies are worth 200 EXP and they slap you for 8 million damage, it matters. Yo, we pita the fruit. We pita the fruit. Yeah, this seal wand might be worth actually a little bit of something. Alright, go ahead and eat that. And we'll snatch this up. Alright, so those pita fruit, they're the most basic of fruit. Honestly, they're super valuable for what we're trying to do here. Yo, Fredbear has decided that he just 1v1s the world. Yo, you weren't ready for Freddy. You were not ready for Freddy. Alright. Okay. Looking like we're just about done here, so we'll go ahead and pop up another floor. Yeah, Freddy is going off on these guys. Golden who? We don't need no golden Freddy, okay? This is Freddy Gold Win. Feeling full JoJo levels. Alright. Continuing on our journey here. Treasure room. Okay. That's interesting. Move them 5 feet in one direction. You know, the traps, they do not care. They will absolutely... They're wind of change, okay? Random winds of change. As long as it's different, even if it's 5 inches to the left or right, the traps don't care. They're happy about it. Azak. Go ahead and have some of that, Zach. Alright. Now let's take a look at Fredbear's level here. So Cune's level 18, Fredbear's level 20. Alright. Now let's go ahead and grab coinage. Now, I wonder if the clown's lowdown can't, though. Because I was wondering if those levels from clown, when it resets our level there, if maybe, just maybe, that little bit of fun that they cause there might actually allow us to do some shenaniganry. Alright, let's see if our copper shield here is any better. Yeah? Alright, it's not rusty and crusty, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that, and we'll take the white sand. Alright, let's get it moving. Might not be anything up here, but we'll go ahead and do a quick peek-see. Go ahead and give it a quick wash. Okay. Alright, Fredbear. Hey, yeah, buddy, fella, friend. You know what? We holy scroll here. Holy scroll until Fredbear is done looking at us with those crazy eyes. Alright, Fredbear's feeling better. Alright, there we are. See those holy scrolls? That was a life-saving event right there. That was absolute life-saving medicine. Yep, that was nearly game for us right there. Fredbear continued to go completely crazy on us, giving us the psycho eyes. That would have been it. Alright, that's a rusted out copper shield. We don't need those. You know what? Can I push this guy? No. It's too tough for me to push. Alright, there we go. Just kinda give him the old shove. Not enough power in the noodle arms to make that happen. Alright, slap him. And bash him. I think that might be it for the floor then. Yes, it is. Alright, let's get out of here. Up we head. Alright. We got like an entire monster nest here. Bounced them into the abyss. Alright. Take that. Anti-chaos is not the same as brainwashing. We gotta remember that. If Michael Bloomberg hits us with the chaos of brainwashing, it does not get fixed by a simple herbal supplement. Yeah, it gets pretty bad. U-boats getting you wrecked. Alright. But yeah, level 20, our boy here is pretty freaking strong. Holy Bell is a way out of a bad situation. Question is, what do we get rid of? Anti-chaos could be really good in a bad situation. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna truth on that. We take the Holy Bell. It's a good trade. We got two of these. Go ahead and choke one of those down. You welcome back, Demon Girl. I think Rosie had to split. So it's just you and I for the immediate. Unfortunate. But hey, you know, real life gets in the way. Not everybody has amazing, super duper, 100% over the top, ultra instant Kaioken times 10 Sharingan power up birthday abilities. It just doesn't happen. Not everybody's got it like that. Not everybody's got it like that. So you make do with what you got. You got normal, tiny little human abilities. Then you just kind of stuck with life. But if you like me, alright, if you like me, there's a lot that you can do. Alright, is it worth it to try to go up there? Not worth. Not worth at all. We'll go ahead and let Fredbear burn some turns of slow, and then we'll travel. See, he don't got the birthday powers, okay? He don't got the birthday abilities. Alright, we got a clown here. He thinks he's funny. Yeah, Fredbear's teaching him about comedy. Knock, knock. Who's there? No, I'm knocking on your dome piece. Your skull's getting knocked. Yeah, Fredbear's sense of comedy is mostly how many punches per second someone can survive. That's what makes him happy, okay? What makes him laugh in the morning. Alright, we got holy moly abilities here. You know what? We'll pop a star. Get some senses. Trap loop. Man, that's pretty good for us. You know what? If we get pure chaos, it won't matter. We'll just distance ourselves. The Hazak Seed, that's damage. That is raw damage. Yo. Swallow that. Anti-chaos scroll. Malicious. Yeah, malicious is a little bit dicey. It's a little bit crazy with the cheese whiz. But it could be good in a bad situation. My hell is great in a bad situation. The question is it better than other things? Which it is not. We'll take the Tumna fruit. That is better. Lava fruit. I think that's the... yeah, that's the one we don't care about. And a copper sword. Not gonna make room for it. I do not care. And so I do not take. Alright. How are we doing here? You know, this feels relatively explored, so we're just gonna go ahead and leave. Yo, you what? You boat? You what? Yo, we unlocked Ultra Instinct. We're dodging left, we're dodging right, we're dodging above. They can't even see us. We are an after image. Okay, they're striking at us. We've been gone for 800 years by the time that they finally get around to attacking. Alright, we've left. We've set up our 401k. We've established our retirement. We have absolutely nothing to fear until the very next level when I bet we're getting wrecked. From orbit. Alright, so we got the little hypnotist dudes looking to end our day. We don't play that. We walk. Alright, that's an egg. Egbert, where have you been my entire life? Alright, what can we do to make some room in here with our loops? I feel like we have enough where this is not necessary for us. So what kind of jabroni could we be getting the power of? Welcome back, Rosie. Anyway, I was asking before you had the dip, how is life? How's everything going? Alright. Ouch. Yo, Fredbear, you want to get in on this? Just go ahead and, you know, turn him a little bit inside out before he turns me into dust. Thank you for that. Alright. We want this other Tumna fruit. These are the apex of get out of jail free cards. Turning your opponent into a frog, as it turns out, real good for business. Well, we'll go ahead and star here. So we can grab this and exit loop. And I'm spoiled for choice. Absolutely spoiled here. 2 Tumnas, an Oleam, red, white, and wind. Ooh, seals this. I know it's worth money, but you know what? I'd rather be alive than have a good staff to sell. You're doing good, Rosie. Good to hear. Good to hear. Any news that you've got for us from the old war front? How are we doing? So, what are we doing, more importantly? Of course. That old rust trap. Didn't realize that it wasn't activated before. No defense, no offense. We take those. We are like one step away from being cursed, actually. Alright. Yeah, we do 3 whole damage. Did it say fortunately the trap didn't work for our enemy? Fortunately the trap didn't work? Man, game itself. Full arrogance. Alright, bam. 62 solid EXP. We keep it moving. That's our way out. We are not so in desperation mode that I feel like we have to have a way out yet. You know what? How much health do you have? You can do one more exchange with this griffin. Now we let you walk it off, and then we're gonna switch gears. Next group of monsters that we get, Yep-a-ronies. Hune, you're up. There we go. Yo, your boy Hune doing the dangage. Alright. But yeah, what's going on in Rosy World? Are things rosy for you? That's what we need to know. You doing anything fun today? That's gonna hurt. There is absolute anguish upon our faces there. Alright. Luckily the enemy didn't spot us. We take those. Yeah, there ain't nothing back. Helping demon look for doggos. Okay, so searching the old El Goog for some bow wows. A worthy pursuit. Yo, Hune, what are you doing over there? Did he just sock me from orbit? Bro, what? So you are in this main Corso hunt for the main Corso. We're not looking for the substitute Corsos or the auxiliary Corsos. Nah, we... Holy smoke-a-ronies, is that a lot of treasure in one spot. Okay, we definitely want to make room for the orb. How we doing on the stamina-ups? Can't really justify, but we have to. Yeah, give it to our boy there. Right, we'll take the flame ball. This is a treasure loop. Could be good to have. Honestly, could be good to have. What can we get rid of for it, though? You know what? We'll go ahead and use the exit loop. I'd rather have treasure eyes on my head. Here we go. My hail seed, yeah. Go ahead and give that to you too. We're all amped up on everything. The malicious scroll isn't as good of a way out, and the sea seed. Did I make you a water type already? Yes, I did, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, we keep it going. Lots of treasure, not a lot of it good for us, and a copper sword. Would be nice to switch out this crusty, rusty toothpick that we've got. But, alas, crusty and rusty and musty, that is our namesake right now. Alright, we need to change your commands, Hune. Alright, you attack directly. You don't need to go full aggro aggression. All you gotta do is your basic attacks for now. Alright, busted. Enemy is busted down. And we keep it going. Alright, up we head. Yes. Get me out of here. So is it just the main Corso that you're interested in? Or is it some other kind of bow wow buddy that you're looking for? Yo, we take the level. Alright, let's see what we got here. We are smashing and grabbing. Love to see it. Alright. These little guys do not scare me. They scare Fred even less. And Dobermans. Yeah, not sure I've ever seen a Maine Corso before, but I know the Doberman. Alright, we take a little from the recoil and bash them. Alright, what do we got here? We got an oleum. That's such good get out of jail. Alright, give this to your boy Q. Eat a snack real fast. What sort of insurance policy do we want to get rid of in order to grab this stuff, huh? We'll go ahead and eye the treasure and take the oleum. Again, we don't want to really deal with Krakens, but there are worse things now. Krakens used to be the worst thing we could encounter. No longer. Alright. Taking a little napsy, apparently. Alright. Grab some coinage. Go ahead over here and grab... We'll start, of course. Alright. What do we want to do? If I could get rid of some garbage, I would, but I really can't. You know, the fire sword is worth something to me, but honestly, money ain't the world's biggest deal right now. Alright, we got a room ahead of us. We're just gonna... We use the treasure loop, right? So that means if there is some treasure up there. It's all the way up in no man's land. Of course, we're taking every bit of trap damage that we can possibly muster, rolling our face onto every surface. Alright. Come on, bash him. Nice job, Q. Alright, what's this? Another Tumna. Amazing fruit. Tumna is arguably even better than Oleum. Yes, it doesn't get rid of a threat, but it makes it so unbelievably weakened. Man, that iron sword's actually hitting for 0. Actual 0 POV. Man, I'm terrified, chat. I am terrified. But we'll use the star glasses, get the rest of the map revealed, and take the Tumna. The Tumna is just so good for us when we find something that we can't actually fight. It's just too good. Alright, probably gonna get socked here. Alright. Just dancing around them a little bit. Dancing around them just a little bit. Alrighty then. Now the good news is that we do have 2 wind crystals and the extra padding up top that we've got to work with is that your boy here has stockpiled some wicked arsenal. We got like a +10 shield and a +10 sword waiting for us. So when we get serious, which I might actually treat the next run as a little bit serious. Don't know yet. Alright. What kind of... Yes, we want this. Make our traps visible to us. Yeah, that's some nasty stuff that we're looking at. I guess we continue straight on down. And we find out what awaits for us in the deeper depths. Alright. Some silver, we'll take that. Peter the fruit. Coon's looking a little bit peaked or hungry. So we'll go ahead and give that to him. Alright, munch on that. Chew on that macabre for me. Alright. I believe now we're in line. We reveal the trap. Yeah, we do no heckin' damage. Alright, what do we got here? A golden sword. Is that worth more than the flame sword? I think we got rid of the flame sword already. Honestly, it'd be great to have. We actually cannot afford it. Too rich for our blood. Yo, Kuhn, I'm gonna need you to get on this, because this guy, he hits Fred for kind of a lot of damage. Alright, and then we bring Fred right back out. Now, why on earth would you immediately just go and step directly on the trap? Just rubbing your tootsies all over the spike pit. Why? Why was that the #1 choice? Alright, let's see what we got here. It's a bump. We reveal it. We do the Swords of Revealing Life. Truth Glasses. We can use that on, I think, on this egg and see what we got. It's a Cyclone. We want that because we're going to fuse that into Kuhn and have his EXP requirement. We do that immediately because there's no hidden skill there. We just go for it. And then Kuhn will be able to travel with us. Yo, Cyclones are actually peak for us. Alright, now we just gotta get out of here. Now, did I don't think I've discovered the way out yet, actually. Once we get into Waterworld, where that would be better for us. The Steel Shield? What do we got on? Cursed Sword and just regular copper? Get that nonsense out of here. Even a crusted Steel Shield is still better than what we got. So we go ahead and get out of here. So to go with these protection doggos that your guys are looking for. Alright, we're in Waterworld now. We're in Waterworld. We got a Steel Shield. Alright, Red Bear's level 21. Yeah, everything in these floors is basically, except for volcanoes, is gonna be a water type, which is great for our setup here. These are the floors that make or break us. Yeah, honestly, they're looking like they're gonna make us. They're gonna make us very happy. Alright. I'm pretty sure Garuda is wind. So that means Kuhn does damage. Doesn't actually. Might actually be water based on that. Alright, or maybe it's just that Grimer Nut here has just so much offensive presence. 1-2 punch, sends him. How are we doing on levels? Okay, Kuhn is almost level 19. We take those. What are your skills? Nia Bird and Noah Rise. Alright. Star Glasses. Go ahead and use those. Reveal the rest of the map to me. Show me the goods. Is there any room? There is a treasure room where all of the goods are located, so we're gonna go ahead and write to them. Alright, but yeah, if you want to inform me on what we're doing with that whole dog-eat-dog situation, I am more than interested. I can tell you that I am very, very interested. The fruits. The malicious scroll, as good as it is actually a liability tool. We go ahead and we get rid of that. Might be worth it just to take the glasses. Austerity's sake. They're spoiled for inventory. Oh, we will be using all of these tumbler fruits. We will be using them. It's just a matter of when. Next run, I might go weaponless, honestly. Doing so little damage that it hardly matters. Man, oh man. Ooh, flames. That one's only a flame plus 4. Alright, flame. You don't mean nothing to us. Alright. Alright, we're doing some damage. Alright. And he's broken. Alright, do we stick around? Yeah, we gotta go and check the big treasure room. I have no choice. Alright, we grab cash. Alright, who's hungriest? June has good mana, so we'll go ahead. Effectively, antidote herb. The little snacks matter more on you at the moment, and then the truth glasses. We're gonna use the truth glasses to reveal how many charges of flame we actually got. Alright, it's just level 4. Oh, wow, we are turtling. We are turtle mode POV. Alright. Here's our way out. Alright, we jump here, and then immediately glasses. Immediately we throw on the shades. See where that gets us. Where it gets us is in heckin' honkin' trouble. Alright, we take the XP. Doing leveling up. Alright, a little bit dangerous. But we've done it. Alright, let's see how EXP all around is going. Right. So, wolf, star, holy, all sorts of stuff, huh? Alright, we're gonna pop star immediately. So we pop stars, we pop off. Alright, I know the route. I know the route that we're taking. We come in through the left, we sweep in from the west. Then we go southward. Yeah. And the mules don't threaten us that much, so we'll just go ahead and let these guys deal with them. We get good damage out of dealing with those guys. So, okay. The Garuda scares me a little bit. Got rid of that. Arrogance. Alright, we let our boys deal with this stuff. Nice, he gets 2 beat down. Fred can go 1 more turn of damage. And you live another one. You do. So we let you always fight it out. And I believe 1 more does it. Perfect. And we got an egg. Alright, we have the room in the old inventory for that. Alright, what do we do? Here we go. We go down here, we check this out. It's just coinage. That is a mule. It does effectively 0 damage, so we're not afraid of it. Take the level up. Alright, and we got another sleeping mule. Break him in half. That has a curb. Alright. You are looking a little bit hungry here, Kuhn, so we go ahead and give that to you. Alright, we take a little coinage. Scorching shield. Yeah, that's the flame element shield. I don't know that that matters to us too much. Don't know that it matters. So we continue on our way. But the EXP is good. The EXP is good. Alright, we got Sleeping Garuda's Lie here. Excuse me. Yeah, we don't let the Garuda arrogance stand. We just leave. Did you see him just take our boy into the stars? How is this going so wrong all at once? Alright. Keep our distance from our boy here until he's done being psycho crazy bananas. Alright, he's done. Alright, so our next enemy's just gotta get tunneled. There's no two ways about it. Yo, we got the picket. We got the snickety picket. Alright. You are not actually dangerous. You are heckin' annoying. Bash. Crash. Smash. We get 90 XP. Not bad. I feel like we can let you guys deal with that. How are you doing? You are not in healthy enough condition where we can deal with that. You let Kuhn deal with nonsense, riffraff. Alright, and then we summon you back on out. I could use a recovery orb with a quickness. That would be real heckin' nice. Alright, we keep it moving though. We keep it moving. Treasure room. Yo, was the Mania Vea faking it? Do 2 damage. He does 21. Alright. What can I do to you that would help our boys end your miserable existence? The Tumna fruit? You're a frog now. You're a kid now, you're a squid now. Done. Take the medicinal herb, that's huge. That actually gets Fredbear back in the game. Yo, Fredbear choked down one of these. So we are in high level nonsense range right now. Alright, keep it going. Alright, got Arachnes. From what I understand, Arachnes are super dangerous. Doing like double attack and stupidity. So we want to be real careful because one of those could absolutely blow me away with my level of equipment right now. So we just yeah, bigots don't do nothing if they can't steal from you, and they cannot because of our Griffin's ability. Well, formerly a Griffin, now a Grier Nut. All right. What do we do here? The Arachne has gotta become a frog. There's no two ways about it. You are a frog now. Alright. Our boy is doing damage. The manual Vegas, despite the fact that they're now hidden like trucks, ain't actually worth that much to us. Health-wise, we are solid. Yeah. That's right. A watch griffin has an eye in the sky on them. They can't do nothing. Alright, what do we have here? We got a room. Alright, he's punching for damage. Doing the double hit. Wouldn't steal an item from us. We bravely ran away. Alright, that guy, that's an Arachne. We go ahead and send him away with his acne. He hit 10. It got bamboozled. So we continue on. Alright. And up we go. Man, we are closing in on floor 20. We got Sleeping Arachne's Lie here. Alright. We are in dangerous lands here. Maniovea will invade our personal spacer, but it's not gonna matter because we got the elemental advantage on him. And broke him. Broke him clean in half. The XP has gotta be getting high. It is. Kuhn's looking at cresting level 20. Yo, we got a wee dog. I don't know what a wee dog's element is. Looking like it's a wind elemental. But he ain't getting the wind out of me. He ain't taking the wind out of my sails. Playing ball. Ouchies. But we move. Okay, looks like this might be the first Arachne that we gotta fight with honesty. Alright. Kuhn. This guy scares me, Kuhn. He does. Gonna lie. So we send them to the abyss. Yeah, we don't even play around with that. Pickets, they don't scare us. Alright. What do we got here? We'll take the trap scroll. No, we'll peek this and then we'll go up. Alright, we made it to floor 20, people. We made it up to floor 20. That is officially halfway up the tower. Alright, our boys are here, and we got Arachne Arrogance. We have the high ground. Alright. Arachnes were dangerous, but we got rid of them. We slimed them. That elevation difference mattered there. So it'll be very important for us to pick. What are you? A unicorn? Attacks for decent damage. Paralyzes. Paralysis. Alright, what are we looking at for? Yeah. Sets basically all the traps. How are we doing on munchies? Okay. The anti-chaos isn't as good as this. We go ahead and feed you that. Oof, man, it is scary up on these levels. Even the music is just plain eerie. Look at that, it's slowing down as I'm saying it. Okay, didn't realize that his powers were that low. We dog can't really hurt him that bad. Soon hit level 20. Okay. Now we're down to only one monster, so we gotta be real heckin' onka-donkin' careful. If we see another monster, we go ahead and we turn the opposite direction, unless it's Arachne that's sleeping. Because we just punch him in the dome. Alright, what do you got for me? We got a live shield, we take those. The truth glasses. Do we want to take a look? We got another egg. So we just go ahead and we use this, and let's see what kind of monster we got here. Yo, it's our boy a cloyne. We shall take those and we shall move it on. What are you? You are a unicorn. How is Kuhn doing? Not in bad shape. Alright, Kuhn. Items. I'm going to go ahead and give you a holy scroll. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and then pop a flame on you, maybe? Yeah. You get torched on. Burned them. Alright. And of course, I got poisoned, but do I have... I have a cure-all. I'll just go ahead and use that on me. And up we go. Chad, we've never been this high in the tower before. This is new freaking territory. Frankly, slightly worrying new territory. We got an egg up here in Nowhere's Land. Take that. What are you? You are awake is what you are. So rather than just go ahead and getting bopped on, what do we got here? We got a holy bell. We'll make you run away is what we'll do. Viper deflected an attack. Viper hits for a lot of damage. Receives a lot of EXP though. Alright, we don't explore here for long. Alright. Okay, that is a Viper. We just leave. We go up to the next level. We keep it moving. We keep it grooving. Alright, we got another auspicious freaking Viper here. We cast flame on him. Got rid of him. Yo, we got gold. We got big money out of that one. Big freaking money, man. No wonder the Wonder Twins are always fighting over there. Basic Palumpa? Do we fear your arrogance? Enough where I'm gonna flame you, yes. Got an exit loop. And what is this? An iron sword. Alright, we use the exit loop. And we lean it for the exit. Yeah, we don't even play around. Just bolt. It's a vipery friend. Yo, your boy was actually waiting for us. I don't think it can kill us in one shot. Not from this level. We just go ahead and we flame him. He takes good damage. We take big hits. No, that flame's petered out. The second flame does him in. We take the XP from that. No, not just yet. We grab a blinding binding ball. Then we bolt. We are actually in super cuckoo bananas danger territory right now. Alright. That's your boy Viper, huh? Young Viperino. Alright. He hits us for big damage. Kuhn, can you take another one of those? You can. So, we throw the flame. Or not. Didn't realize he was right in front of us, so we duck now. We absolutely dip. Alright, that was our highest ascent through the dungeon yet. Alright. So, definitely want to do that. Alright, we got a visit from Nico. Nico in the morning. Alright. Alright, so we got both of them. Yo, we got the Arachne. We totally hatched this. Hatch that bad boy. Alright, and then we have Clown here. Go ahead and hatch you. Alright, and then we got the Cyclone. Okay. Alright. We got actually an entire freaking army, guys. Look at everybody we got. And Arachne, from what I understand, is actually going to be really good for us. Like one of the best fusion material monsters in the game. That could be a game changer for us. I had to look up some of the pros' fusion paths for that. But honestly, looking pretty good. Alright, Mother Dearest. Open the safe for me. Alright. So, we will take this 5 shield with us into the dungeon. We're gonna put away everything that we don't need. 2 reds, a white, the wind crystal, Boolean trap, we'll sell, light seed, poison flame. Yeah, we sell everything but the live shield and we're going with our boys here. But first, we save the data. So, for anybody that's out there in internet land, what we're playing today is a little Azure Dreams. It is a tower ascending, monster raising game. Every time a human goes into the tower, they reset to level 1. Your monsters, though, keep all their abilities. So, generationally, you build up power, and then you conquer the tower. Got an entire group of people here. Hey. Okay, we have a fan club now. We got a freaking fan club? Okay, I guess we take those. Yes, we take those. How else does everybody feel about us? Yeah, we got respect on our name now. Alright, are we gonna donate? I sure as heck will. Is our boy Ghosh coming? Of course. Our boy Ghosh of the Road family. Okay. Alright, looks like there's some memories there that Nico's got. Probably unveil those secrets later. But for right now, let's go ahead and adjust our inventory. We got a lot of stuff to sell, so let's go ahead and get that taken care of. Right, what would we like to sell? The Cursed Iron Sword, we can get rid of. Steel, we'll get rid of because we'll keep this. Flames, poisons, the blindings, the lights, all this stuff. We'll go ahead and get rid of it. 5,000 big ones. Just looking. Alright. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we got the theater built. Let's go ahead and... I think we built the bowling alley last time too, because our money reflects the fact that we did something. Let's go see what else is available here. Meta upgrades on the town, we keep buying. Not all of them make some giant amount of difference, but it's okay. Don't have quite enough for the hut expansion, and that's the only thing we got left. Now, don't ask me exactly where the bowling alley got built. Not sure. Yeah, this is the bar. Let's go ahead and talk to some people here. We haven't done that. Howdy, you're a monster tamer? If you come in with a better joke, if you're serious, you're better off talking to those guys at the monster shop for information on the monsters. Give it a try. Under the tower. Wow. Yeah. These guys are a rough neighborhood of folks, huh? Ain't you heard? I already got halfway up the tower. Yeah, I can legally drink milk, dude. Okay. Natural sweetness is just right. We got actual food anime POV. Alright. Blue Warrior, huh? And a lot of good folks lost to the tower. Medicinal herbs are cheaper at the weapons store than at the hospital. Not true. Wow. Nice folks there. Alright. Whose house, I wonder, is this? This is the house of nobody in particular. Neat. Alright. Windmills are working. What are you? Octopus Ball Restaurant. Okay. Sure. Actual food anime, though. Delicious octopus dumplings. I guess we just have those now? Those are an inventory item. I have no idea what we can do with those, but take them. And that's a normal house. That's a store, monster market, hospital. That's a normal house. Normal houses. This is the theater. We definitely don't want to do that shtick again. This one always up here? Let's go ahead and check this place out and see what we got going. Who are you? I'm interested in horses. You would hurt yourself by getting too close. That horse is usually the hardest to please, but not with you. Yes, Mama. They're calling mules horses. Huh. Alright, so we got tragic backstory here. I'll just let it read. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have enough money yet. But we're close. We're halfway. Another journey up the tower. And then we can build the racetrack. Alright, that's the plan then. Go ahead and do that. And then this is... this bowling? Yo, we got the bowling alley unlocked? Yo, bro. Done this game enough to know it inside and out. Let's see, I'd say about 30 pins. Okay. So I just landed in the gutter. Hey, let's give the bowling a try. Yep. No, I don't need it. Ready, set, let's go. Oh, we got a little cursor there. Okay. So then we pick up our boy here. We do that, and then... Okay. Maybe I needed a little bit more help than I accepted there. Alright. Maybe that spinny do has something to do with it. Alright. We aim just down the center. Yep, well, we is not experts, that's for sure. Not really sure how to read the spinny do thing going on. Yeah, we are looking a little shoddy. I might have to read those instructions. There's the indicators ain't exactly clear. Okay, so when they align, that's what they... Alright. Alright. Yes, please tell me. Pick up the ball by pressing the button. You decided where you want to bowl. Press the button again. When the black line points in the direction you wish to bowl the ball, press it. And decide what kind of spin you want on the ball. Press. When you decided what kind of spin? So if you just let it go, it gives you 0 spin. If you don't, but how do you control this? Give me solid 0 spin. This game is a little nutty. Not gonna lie. Alright, we got a strike on that one. Alright. Close. Line to right here, and we get a perfect shot. Come on, no spin on it. Perfect. And another strike. Okay, we are bowling. We are big rig bowling here. Alright, let's go ahead and go from right here. Get as many of these bad boys as we can. 5's not bad. Nope, we are actually doing fairly solidly. Solid 7. That's a spare. I actually know nothing about bowling whatsoever, but you know, I know enough to whip this bad boy. Right, in a total of 40. Honestly, not terrible. Huh. Alright. Not some famous gamer. I wonder. One day, a demon girl with a W stream, thank you. So, as you can see, we do have a degree of fame and affluence around town about now. Love to see it. Alright. We got some stuff here. You know, we do wanna fuse Cyclone into Cune, I think. if that's a thing that we can do. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our Cyclone Boy and just get him fused up, and then we can actually run both monsters right from the start if we want to. Alright, so we go ahead. Alright. So our boy Fredbear, you stay for a moment. Alright. And our boy Cyclone. Get it to the items. Right, and then we're gonna want to go until Kuhn can power itself up. So I guess in order for Fredbear to gain more levels and rise, you'd have to go back to being a fire type. Which kinda sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, Kuhn and Cyclo, those two will form together like Voltron. And then Kuhn will be more powerful than he could ever imagine. So, we go. We go Aroni. Alrighty then. I'm pretty sure that Kuhn can BRB. Alright, see you in just a little bit. Kuhn, you're collared. And Cyclo, you're collared. And then we go for the old fusion ha. You do it. An unbrainwashable? We got the passive of a lifetime? Yo, your boy Kuhn is unfreaking stoppable now. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got the exit loop off of the bat. Yo, that Cyclone fusion actually kind of clutch up for us. Actually kind of clutches up for us here. There's right something behind here. An iron sword. We take a couple of them. This goes into where? Nowhere? Somewhere? Basically nowhere. Alright. We keep it moving. But yeah, that extra on his MP, that extra is gonna be huge. I think we got yeah, we have equipment here, so we'll go Iron Sword. And we'll go Live Shield. Yo, we actually can fight now. Yan can cook, and Derv can fight. Let's go. Yeah, we're feeling it. Alright, now the question is, how high up can we go with just Kuhn helping us here? I feel like the answer is probably pretty far, but when we get to Kraken Land without a boy Nut, it's gonna be a slog. Well, hopefully we find a Wind Crystal well before then. But honestly, with the MP decrease, I think we're probably in pretty good shape. Alright. Up. Slap. Alright, so what are we looking for? Fruit would be nice. Not absolute. Leo Lamb is a decent fruit, though. Yeah, any sort of food. Any sort of orb, and any sort of egg. Those are the things. These are a few of my favorite things. Alright, ain't nothing to do it but to do it. Slap until they get slap boxed. Alright, there is all something here. Now we move on. Floor 2. Here we go. Alright. So hello and Heidi hey to all you out there in internet land. We got the dynamic duo of Ghosh and Selfie, brother and sister, and oh brother, are they a duo. Today on the Foxhound Show, we are going in for about another hour. Alright. Yeah, take your Richie Rich money. Don't bother me none. Always get caught on that little stream there. Streamer caught on stream. Breaking headline. Streamer caught on stream. Man, it's a rough world. Okay. And Kuhn delivering the smacks. Just the stacks of smacks for everybody. And I hate navigating upheaval. Okay, Kuhn. His people need him. He has been summoned. Alright. We do not fear anything early because of this massive shield that we got. And then we got the world's tiniest, pathetic wooden toothpick shield. It's actually just a coaster. We're calling it a shield, but it's a coaster. Alright. Ouch. That actually hurt. Alright. There might be something over here to the left. We'll take a peek. Not looking like there's much to the left. Not looking like there's much to the right either. Alright, we just leave. We are climbing. Alright. Who has come to greet us here? Just your boy looking to get some honey smacks. Alright. We know for a fact that Kuhn's not gonna get any notable EXP on this particular floor. So we're gonna kind of rush it a bit. Because despite the fact that Kuhn is looking better on the MP front, don't really help us. Alright, there we go. Medicinal herb, we take those. My hell seed, we take some of that. Alright, let's see. There is somewhere over here where I belong. Yo, these balloons, do they have like a damage cap on them? You can't exceed? Because they live forever. Yo, welcome back. So how did the doggo search go? How did the lesson in Lassie lassoing go? Because right now, we are cooking in game. We got everything going for us, except for the fact that we don't have a wind crystal yet to get out of this particular dungeon setup. But we got Kuhn's fusion. Bro is hitting harder than ever, and he uses less stamina to do so. Alright, let's go ahead and... Alright, we keep exploring. And of course, it rocks our entire world view. We will just go ahead and punch. Dude, Ultra Instinct Flame, dude. But yeah, did the search for more doggos turn out? Did you find anything good on the interwebs? I'll take that as a no. Yeah, when you're looking for specific breeds and stuff, all of a sudden going for a lifelong pet friend goes a little south. Yo, that was a money wand, I think, that we picked up. HP has recovered by 1. Okay, so that's a heal. The dumplings are a medicinal herb. Understood. Nope, no doggo luck, huh? Yeah, it's those dog days of summer, man. Do it to you every time. Alright, so I was looking through a couple of things. We got a brand new router set up to go with the brand new modem setup, so hype. With that, I think I might have got the setup that halfway works for Minecraft now. So I was putting out some ideas in there for what we do once Azure Dreams is cooked. Once this game has been thoroughly beaten, we've ascended the tower, we've obtained divinity. Where do we go from there? And I was thinking, you know, it could be fun. I've never done, even on my own time, I've never done a Nuzlocke before. Let me know, are you familiar with Nuzlocks? Let's see here. Where are we? Alright, we're here. Alright, so what a Nuzlocke is so in Pokemon, because people thought that so people thought that Pokemon was not a very challenging game series for the most part, minus, you know, special battle challenges in some of the games. Pokemon is fairly easy. So what they did was they created a Nuzlocke rule set. Now, while there are small variations, it's more or less the following. You're allowed to catch one Pokemon on every single route you visit. So you visit Route 1, you catch one Pokemon. You visit Route 2, you catch another. Second rule, okay? No using items in battle. Rule number 3. Alright? Rule number 3 is that if a Pokemon faints, it's done. You cannot use it for the rest of your run. Those are kind of the 3 big ones, okay? And I was thinking I might be able to do that in the Minecraft Pixelmon. And I looked up some Wompon. Get me out of here. Your boy has gone crazy. Q, don't do it to me. What can I do? Do we have anything that would prevent you from eating my lunch here? You know what? I'm gonna use the Mahale seed so that I'm super duper fast. Yeah, bash him, Kyun. But yeah, I'm thinking something like this, okay? That we go into Pixelmon and we use a rule set that I found online. Every new biome that we explore counts as a route. So we can catch one Pokemon per biome, okay? The same rule on fainting applies, and for win condition, we have to beat all 8 gyms. Well, there's more than 8 gyms in the game, but they scale based on your current levels, so... I might have to come up with a level cap system as well, but we'll get to that bridge when we cross it, so... But yeah, we'll have to be 8 gyms. We will have to build our own gym with a secret shrine to the Helix. That's a holy sword? Excuse me? Holy sword with divine protection plus 7 damage? Yo, we actually have to make it out of here alive now. We actually have to be living now. That is too good to pass up. Alright. Alright, now we go real gamer mode. Real gamer mode has to be active. That is scary that we got that, because that means this run all of a sudden matters. It didn't matter before. It was nothing before. I did not care. Didn't matter to me. Could have been any old run in the book. Yeah, chow on that, buddy. But now this actually, this big matters. This big time matters now. But yeah, what do you think about running a Nuzlocke run? Because personally, I'm invested in the idea. I like it. But I want to see what you think about it. Like, I think it could be a lot of fun. Exploring the world of Pixelmon, battling the gyms, making our own gym, that sort of thing. And we'll be running it on the Pixelmon Generations mod pack, which, while a little bit less stable than some of the more mainstream stuff like Complex, actually offers a ton of content to be able to get through. So, oh, and another thing, other rule, gotta catch at least 1 legendary Pokemon, alright? Bonus pointeronis if it's one that requires a complex system in order to get access to, like activating shrines and items and stuff, so. But yeah, what are we thinking on that front? Because I'm open to suggestions to make it harder or easier, or, you know, whatever people are feeling. But I think it could be a lot of fun. Or, you know, if there's something else you like the idea. Alright. Yeah, as do I. As do I. Now, there are other games that we could run if we wanted to keep it retro. There are some options there. I do have the Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX bundle. Those two are quite nice. Yo, we truth out this holy sword immediately. Alright, yep, just a strong sword. But yeah, we got Monster Rancher 1 and 2. Of course, in the Retro Games library, we've got all 3 of the Digimon games, which it might be fun to run through all of them. I mean, I am not against it. I love the Digimon series of games. I really heckin' do. So if we were to go on it, just a tirade of Digimon-centric stuff, you wouldn't catch me complaining. Going through all 3 of the originals would be nice. Also, I never actually completed World 4 because it's got a stupid mechanic in order to progress beyond a certain point that I could never figure out. Yeah, I think go ahead and give you this. Yeah, in order to unlock basically half of the game, you gotta beat this stupid little time trial thing, which appears to be a nothing throwaway minigame, but it's actually super pivotal for no freaking reason. And I could never figure out where the hidden walls were in order to be able to beat it in a reasonable amount of time, so literally maxed out level and everything. Never got the Digivolution, never had any sort of massive fun with the game beyond what you could do is just basic little piddly poop level. And I did as much content in the game as you can get, but you can't progress the story. You can get through a ton of the major dungeons in the game, but you can't actually unlock any endgame anything. Excuse you? Clown? Freaking clowns, man. There's a reason why people don't like clowns, that's all I'm saying. But, oh, yep, and if you missed it, when we fused our boy Kyun with a Cyclone, he unlocked his hidden Ultra Instinct ability. He cannot be brainwashed. That is why I do not fear the Plants. Because their big deal is brainwashing. Your boy is immune. Your boy look... Oh, they're doing it to me again, chat. They're doing it to me again. Say help. Help. Send help. Send medical response immediately. Help. Alright, we're better. We're better. Ooh. That sucked. I really do hate those. I really hate those. Alright. Yo, this U-boat is doing what now? You what, mate? You what? Slap him. So let's see here. Now, I remember, Demon Girl, you mentioned something about your mom's TV setup, that you were trying to get stream stuff set up, and also another conversation that we had where you were looking into computers and stuff. How goes the search for all the goodies on that front, since the doggo search is not going so great? Okay, we take those. They ain't the best, but they ain't the worst. Alright, I'll just take 8 whole damage directly to the chin. And of course, we got poison immediately. Antidote herb. You know what? I was gonna feed it to you anyway. You can take it now. Dude. U-boats. You freaking boats, man. Alright. Trap. Nearly knocked me off my feet, but we're okay. Treasure room. Treasure room arrogance. And we slapped. Level 8 active. We get a Leo Lamb fruit. We like to see it. Alright. Let's see what we're looking at. we'll go ahead and tap an exit there. Star glasses will be useful later, and we keep going. We keep it a moving. If that's our wind crystal, that would be huge. Man, the clowns are just clowning on us. Alright, what do we got? The Holy Sword, the Peter. We can afford to burn one trap. Oop. There were traps everywhere around here? Excuse me? So, but look at this trap nonsense. We want to pick up that orb first. If that's damage, it's not good damage, but it's damage. Alright. We climb. With the wind crystal at our backs now, I am a lot more confident in dealing with riffraff. You're struggling a little bit with these guys. But he gets to level 21. Okay. Go his power coming in beyond belief. Is he a wind type now? He is. When he stopped gaining levels in power. Might have to turn him back into a fire type in order for his abilities to keep going up. But honestly, the breed Fireball ain't that good anyway. So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm okay with that not really being his main method of mangling. So we got another egg up here. It's a good thing we're looking into expanding our repertoire there. We'll go ahead and activate our other trap loop. Yo, that egg said it was wine red. Alright. What kind of monster do you think hatches from a wine red egg? Alright. Peter's, Leo Lambs, you are a little bit on the peaked side, so we're gonna go ahead and give you this Leo Lamb. It's a good day for exploring. Well, anyway, thank you so much for anybody that's been joining us today for this birthday stream of mine. I really do appreciate the attendance. You're lovely individuals. Really a pleasure to be able to share a game that I really enjoy with everybody, you know? It means a lot to me. So thank you if you've attended, if you're seeing the VOD retroactively or proactively, thank you. Really does mean a lot to me. Alright, a little more treasure. Especially the money, we take that. Do we need another trap loop? Nah, we don't need it. We don't need that garbage. We bolt now. We leave this level of pain and we ascend. Now we do kind of want to hit that boy with a sea seed, get him back to water type if we can, because fusing with the another medical herb, we take those. Question is, what do we do Yeah, we get the exit on the map. We take this medical herb. It's too good for us to pass up. In just about a minute, our boy's gonna be ready to eat that pita fruit, and then we can get that out of the inventory. So we'll go ahead and keep slapping and blapping. Yeah, Kuhn, get him. There we go. Ended that guy's career. What's this? A limit fruit? Go ahead and munch on that. We upgrade the floor up. Excuse me, is this like a monster nest that we got going on here? He's gonna cast Rise. 40 heckin' 6? Alright, that is a call for some dumplings if I've ever seen it. HP recovered by 7. Alright, so it's actually, dumplings are worse than medicinal herbs. Medicinal herbs though, we got them. Crab scroll is kind of trash scroll. Hate that we had to burn a medicinal herb there, but we didn't really have a choice. This trap scroll reconcealing all of the traps on the level. Figure maybe a monster will run into it on accident. Yeah, Kuhn is doing alright. Alright, the enemy is detonated and we keep it going. You know what? Kuhn actually doesn't fear the Krakens now that he is a wind type. So that's the one thing about being wind here. This particular level with the Krakens zooming around doing Kraken things, it's actually pretty good to be a wind type. Alright, we keep it moving. But yeah, so I'm thinking as soon as Azure Dreams has been wrapped up, I'll work on the actual video for it. Get that up to the old tubes. The tubes of me and the tubes of you. Alright. Griffin Arrogance. Why do we hit you? You know what? We use a weak on you? Okay. That went off to Norsville. Yeah, we strike you down. Yeah, let's you power up now that your level is downed. Boom. Done. Kuhn got poisoned. Do we have any cure-alls or anything? No. We're doing that. And the way out is behind this dude. And another trap. Everything is freaking bugged, bro. Every single thing. We're just getting the heck out of that floor. That floor is cursed. We got a potential cheeky way up another floor instantaneously. We take it. Alright, we got some friendos of assorted natures here. Alright, what can we do to you that would hurt? Also, what's our level 8? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and give a medicinal herb to your boy here. Get him tapped up. So we can put this freaking squirrel-looking son of a gun done. Yep, he's down. We got a level out of it. We wanna just let... Ouch. Alright, dealt with. Absolutely dealt with. Yo, for a single monster climb, we're doing pretty good. Garuda. Very Garuda you to show up. Alright, we take a little money. We got that money going. Alright, we take the Sands of Time. And we got some truth glasses. You know, we can use that to identify one of these eggs. Let's go ahead and identify the Cinnabar one first. It's just a noise. No. Not noise defined. Not noise. Now, I'm really interested in what that wine red egg is gonna have in it. That is a question and a half. What's this? Light seed? Honestly, it would be very bad to be a fire type here right now. This is the endemically water type flora. Being a wind type is actually quite good here. So, yep, we climb. Yo, casually making it to level 15 on a consistent basis. Let's talk about that. That is big news for us. Alright, the enemy's busted down. Getting them going. Haven't really found that great of magic in this particular arena. But you know, it is what it is. You don't always get everything you want, but you'll find sometimes you might just get what you need. Alright. You gotta be oh so careful about how we do things here. Alright. Yeah, that's right. Come at us, Trollburger. Got him. You what? You what? You arrogant bird? Well, I'm sorry. Horse? Apparently, that's what you are. We're gonna just go ahead and soften you up a little bit. Alright. Alright, a little passive take of damage there. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and... What do I want to do to this guy? Don't really have any amazing options. But I'll use Holy on myself. And we just start slapping him. Not sure how much more Kuhn can take as far as damage goes. But we'll take another level up. But yeah, dumplings turn out 100% a scam. Alright, we got no more tricks in our bag for dealing with this guy. So we just get into a slapboxing match. That's right, target me. Alright. We got a bunch of structures here, so we'll go ahead and check them out. That guy is nothing to us. He casts a big heal on himself. He casts a big beat down on him instead. Alright. Might actually be time to call it a day. Yeah, Kuhn gets bodied if we keep him out, so we go ahead and return him to the bag. Where's our way out? We don't know it yet. So I guess we just get a little bit of a tag-along buddy here for the foreseeable future. And there's a Kraken zoning in us. Yay. Alright. We can no longer be playing these games with these guys. So we take that good old wind crystal that we find and we get out. Alright. Pretty good for just having one Monstar over there with us for the entire journey there. But we definitely do not want to be sitting with two wind monsters. Not the play. So we get rid of the seal. They're pretty good. The iron sword, we don't actually care that much about. We might 10k for the holy sword? Holy moly. Alright, the poison, the torpedoes, trap, and star can go. In noise and volcano. Little wolf. We'll take care of it. Yes, give me that money. I believe that's enough to afford the upgrade on... No, because we need 15. Oh, it's your girl Fern is back to waking us up. Your girl Fern coming at us with a little bit of that tough love type situation. Now, I need to do just a quick bit of Googling here. Give me just a moment. I'm figuring some things out. Give me a moment to figure a couple of things out. First things first. An analysis on our holy sword. Right? Alright. Analysis on the holy sword. A rare, high-tier weapon featuring 7 base attack power and divine protection. It is notoriously difficult to find with a roughly 1 in 5,000 appearance rate, making it one of the rarest items in the game. It has an extremely low appearance rate, 1 in 5,000. Despite the description of divine protection, specific benefits are vague. While some rumors suggest it gains special properties at high levels, it's primarily a very strong high-end weapon for advanced notes. It is believed that the protection offers immunity to certain related degradation that affects other weapons in the game. Functionally very similar, something confused with the Seraphim sword, which is used by Guy. Okay. Well, we stashed that, obviously. 1 in 5,000. It's basically a shiny Pokemon. What we found there, basically a shiny Pokemon. Honestly, actually a little rarer than a modern shiny. All things considered. Holy moly, you know? W's for sure. Alright. Holy Sword goes into the box. And then we got our basic stuff here. And now we save the data. Your mother dearest. Now the question is, do we now do one more raw run? Grab our boy Kuhn. Grab our Griffin friend. Alright. Yeah. Hey. Okay, so and then we've got to learn how to feed boys. something decent. Now another thing is alright. Just got some good news from a worker letting me stuff is done. I know it's today, but alright, so fusions for Arachne Azure Dreams. Alright. Alright, fusing Arachne with these powerhouse familiar. So Dragon. U-boat. Arachne U-boat create highly agile monster. Use the floor map. It's great while acting through high physical damage. This is the hidden water spell on here, which reflects enemy magic. Rating. Okay. Cyclone, whatever. Monster. Alright. Let's go ahead and keep moving here. Like with Arachne, double strength and double defense. Gift for max magic and bad nail for melee. Garuda, U-boat, Lock and Pick are also good to pick up for this trait and skills. Alright. Because we also have the Garuda. Alright. Good drink. Good. Alright, let's take a look at them. See what they say about Garuda. Alright, in Azure Dream, Garuda is a wind-based monster, useful to be a duck skill. This makes it an excellent escape utility. That explains why the speedrunners like him. Because that means that he's a get-out-of-jail-free card. Any fusion with Garuda, you want to either enhance its level stats and make efficiency. Using an Arachne with the double attack. This changes Garuda from a pure escape utility to a higher tier. Alright, one thing that been how many traits, how many skills, spells, and a monster in Azure Dreams have? Alright. In your dream, a monster can have a maximum of 4 skills and spells total. This combined pool includes a monster's innate command inherited through these fusion and specific spells. Manage your monster's abilities using the game's built-in menus. This is menus select the monster and choose a specific familiar. and learn spells and skills. Main skill. In preview. Fusion results in a monster with 5 or more abilities. The game will automatically overwrite older skills. Innate natural skills of the base will always have priority over inherited skills to fill the remaining spots. That means Toon currently could get one more fusion in on him. We could give him the double hit from Arachne, I think. That would make him really freaking dangerous. Dangerous arrogance. Can we get that Arachne into our party and go ahead and take him? So we can. Alright. And then we fuse Kuhn and Arachne. And then we're probably living pretty large. Alright, take it. Looks like we got time for one more Dungeoni run. So, what we do, I'm gonna risk that live shield +2. It's +7 defenses. That's pretty good, but it's not so good that I'm worried about losing it, so the boy Fur comes in, gives us a smooch, and off we go. First things first though, let's see if your girl Nico is hanging about. Yo, the fountain is complete. Use me. Alright. Oh, we hit him with that. Oh, that gauche fellow. And alright, but at least that's done. Okay. So the fountain is rocking and rolling. Alright. Got one more fusion in us to get Arachne and Kuhn all powered up. And the question is, will this... Arachne does have that spell slot, and I know Brid is gonna be stuck, right? Alright, so cute. Alright, now we select Kuhn, line up, more Brid, change it. It doesn't show Kuhn's alright. Oh, you know what? Honestly, good is the Cyclone ability is. Alright. Use or the mirror. And then he'll probably lose the Cyclone ability, which sucks. But they'll maintain the immunity to brainwashing. The attack. Oh. Alright. Yeah. Want that double attack stat on him. I think this will make him into an absolute monster. Or do we fuse him into Fredbear? That is the question of the day. Right now, Kuhn has anti-brainwashing available. You know what? Kuhn is pretty good. But I'm pretty sure Fredbear there has no particular aversion to what we got. So he's got the innate anti-pickpocketing, and he's got that. Oh man, both of these dudes might actually lose some important by fusing with the Arachne. Don't want the D-Mirror spell, actually. Because he's gonna have that, and then the reduced... He's already at 3. Aw, man. So, which one are we okay with losing the Cyclone bonus on is basically what we got. Alright, we're gonna call you, and we're gonna go ahead and throw Kuhn on him. It sucks that we might have to lose the EXP boost. But we'll go ahead and we'll have to use these two together, and then we get the D-Mirror spell. Alright, we're gonna do it. Didn't really want to lose an important spell. Strength increase and unbrainwashable. So reduced MP is gone. But we got double heckin' dangage. So it's not bad. That means Kuhn is our late game cleaner. So he's got to come back in. And Fredbear comes out. And Fred will be our travel companion here. And Kuhn will be our late game cleaner. That's how that's going to have to work out. Which is kind of the setup that we had before, so I'm a little used to it. Is it ideal? No. Ideally, we'd get rid of D-Mirror. Even though it can throw spells, return the caster. I'll probably be face tanked with Mirror Shield later, so that's not really gonna matter that much. Yeah, the Mirror, not so great. But we'll figure it out. We are workshopping here, right? It's not like Cyclones are so super rare. We're not gonna find another one. When as a matter of fact, you might be able to grab another Cyclone from someplace, but I like the fact that he's unbrainwashable. That does help. I don't know, chat. I do not know. My Hell Seed, that's fine. My Hell Yeah, my Hell Nah. If that's just an observation deck that does nothing for us, we keep moving. We keep it going. So as we get ready to wrap up today, any last comments or thoughts from anybody out there in Chatland? Because after this run, I think we're gonna call it an afternoon. There are IRL things to handle. We'll go ahead and make do with what we got. But yeah, birthday streaming has been a lot of fun. We got a visit from Rosie. Been a little while, so that's been nice. Demon Girl, as always, came, hang out for a little bit. You know, it's nice. It is nice. Yeah, boy Ghosh coming to confront us. Whoa, Selfie's in trouble. Ah, Selfie's arrogance. You know what? You know what? At least maybe we got some respect on our name for that. At least maybe we got a little respect on our name. We'll go ahead and allow him to deal with that. And we keep going. Moving through. Alright. Another room for us to explore over here on the right. We'll take a quick peek. Get into level 3. Alright, and a golf wand. We are wand rich right now. Tons of wandage. Lead doing garbage damage. Not afraid, never punished. What are we looking for? Ideally, a wind crystal here would be pretty good to have. But it isn't like end of the world necessary. Once we start getting into plant territory, we'll zoom through levels kind of on the quicker side. Alright. More stuff. Oleum fruit, we take those. The more insurance that we have for higher levels, the better. Just the better in general. A vital sword, okay. So now we have an actual sword and shield that can do something. Alright, we're doing it live. Doing it live, chat. Alright, live shield is active. Let's go ahead and pop right on up to the next level. So far, decent climb. And again, getting that 1 in 5,000 chance holy sword off of a random drop. Yeah, Chad, we are high rolling. Treasure loop. Gonna be thoroughly exploring this floor, so we'll use it on the next one. Giving them the old bim, bam, boom, and a side of bop. Alright. If we can find one of them Hazak herbs that restore damage, Alright, thank you for recovering from confusion after trying to off me twice. Real nice of you. Yeah, we do have another room over here that we haven't yet to explore, so we'll just go ahead and take a little look. We got an herb. 80 chaos. Would have been nice to have just a second ago. But it's okay, we still take those. Keep it moving. Enemy is getting bammed, boomed, and of course, bopped. That, ouch. Somebody got nuked from orbit over there. Alright, there ain't nothing left for us on this floor, so we're heading to the top right corner. We gotta go the long way around. There ain't nothing that can touch us now. Even the cyclones are doing next to nothing. They certainly got nothing on Fredbear here. Alright, so let's go ahead and zoom back on up. Alright, we got Balloon Boy. Fred just socks him. First, he flexes on him, hardens those muscles, the attack bounces right off, and then he hits him with the 1-2 Socceroo. And it's over just that fast. The pure power flex. I'm dropping things everywhere. Setup is falling apart. We're falling apart at the seams, Chad. Alright, here we go. Yeah, alright, we'll grab this. still can't believe we got that holy sword. What an amazing find. That is... Yeah, I'm telling you, it's better odds, or worse odds than finding a shiny Pokemon. Holy Sword is 1 in 5 heckin' thousand, and we got one. Not bad. He's not bad. Alright. Wonder how our boy's doing on the hunger. Does he feel the need to feed? Given the way he was coming at me earlier, I wouldn't be surprised. I was looking like a chicken sandwich. Alright, there we go. Giving him the Billy Bust Up. Deep Blue Egg. Alright, what do we got that we can go ahead and feed this guy? Royam. Royam, I barely even know him. Alright. We are gonna go ahead and get rid of some garbage here. Alright, there we go. I got rid of a lot of riffraff. Are we done on this level? Doesn't feel like it. We got the entire level full of garbage here that I just happened to throw on the ground directly in front of me. So we are gonna go ahead and move on up. Add some herb, monster loop. Right. We catch a plant looking at us with that extreme plant prejudice. We'll go ahead and give Kuhn a call, and he should be able to do him in. Or, actually, we just one-shot. Steel Trap blocks our magic. Good thing we don't have magic, so... Oh, sucks to suck. Alright, there we are. Whole lot of empty space on this one. Not exactly what we were hoping for. But it's working out. Alright, I think we can carefully cut and run here. Was this just money? Alright. Go ahead and cut and run. Alright. It's 11:21 here, so... Trying to decide how much deeper we want to progress in for right now. Because I'm kind of hearing the call of things that gotta be dealt with in the IRL landscape. Alright, a treasure loop. Well, we just pop those immediately. We need to grab Wind Crystal if we can. So the treasure loops are big for us. We got it. Ask and ye shall receive. Yo, take those. We take those. All of a sudden feeling reinvigorated. And we got a treasure room off in the abyss there. Alright, sock it to him, buddy. Sock it to him. Teach him a lesson. Balloon Boy sent to the abyss. Ain't no... This Freddy ain't friends with no Balloon Boy, alright? You might be familiar with the Five Night variety. They love Balloon Boys. This Freddy, no love for any balloon fella. Go ahead and eat that. Stomp them into the dirt, my friend. Alright, wooden... I don't actually care about that too much. Field, also kind of garbage. Everything else, though, pretty decent. Alright. Where was our way out? All the way back over in No Man's Land. For the next couple of levels, we'll hit the treasure loop. Try to come out of this looking as pretty as we possibly can. Yo, U-boat, use the shadow. Alright, you don't even care. He can follow us, he can come up at us with that chomp, chomp, chomp that he does. Does not matter. We flex on him. Alright, we just show him the buys. Bam! He's staggered. We show him the tries. Slam! He's stunned. We hit him. We hit him with a big old pectoral flex. Slam. He's in another universe. Alright, then we drag him back. We hit him with the lats. Wham! We hit him with the glutes. Bam! He's on his last legs. On his last legs. And then, to finish him off, we give him the Superman. We give him Superman. And then he's done. It's done. Deleted out of existence. Not just defeated, deleted. Alright, let's see what we got. Moving through the general area. Go ahead and deal with this man of war here. Slapping for a miss. Boy needs glasses. Okay, let's go ahead and slap a plant upside the dome. Yeah, this is new. Right, check it. We want to face tank this. Not what you love to see. Demoted to level. All that EXP. Clown, get out of Dodge. Bro. Brother. Bruv. Get away from me. I think that's it for this floor. So we're gonna go ahead and move on up. Now that the clown has thoroughly insulted us. Alright. I think we can safely treasure loop again. There's a ton of treasure here. Monster loop as well, just because we don't necessarily need it for anything. And then we've got some backup herbs. What's your stamina looking at? Still solid. Alright, our first treasure is directly above us. A little sand. Throw into the eyes of our enemy. Common self-defense tactic, the good old pocket sand. Might have seen it demonstrated in the documentary series. Regent of the rolling elevated landscapes. You might know it by its Americanized name, King of the Hill. But yeah, in the original cut, so we want tune in on this. Tune buddy, I got a treat for you. Thank you. You can go ahead and get back in the bag now that you're a water type. Thank you, Blastoise. Appreciate your contributions to our efforts. A little more goodness to get down below. So we'll go ahead and run it back. The enemies are converging. Don't do it to him again. Don't. You can't possibly do it to him again. Get out of here. Trash. Exit loop. I don't feel like that helps us at all. Doesn't really. And our last treasures are over here. As it turns out, just a little stopwatch boy and 2 pennies. Not thrilled about it. Not gonna lie. Don't you freaking dare. You clowny son of a gun. Robert Clowney Jr. Alright, slap him, put him in the door, and map him. Yo, Demon Girl, take a note. Take note that we found that holy sword this stream. I'm definitely gonna be mentioning that in the full edit. Please, please, please. You know, please name it something. Put that, if you can find it, clip it, do something. Alright. I think we go straight north. Couldn't be any more treasure for us on the floor, so we just skedaddle. Yep. Birthday gift of the 1 in the 5,000. Alright. Somebody's sleeping on us. So we smack on them. Alright, now, what do we want to do? I think we activate our last treasure loop here. We get more great. If not, oh, definitely take an egg though. And where do we got? Everything is basically down below us, but we have a little something up above. Okay, we got loops for days. Crap loop. Let's go ahead and use that bad boy. Yeah, target me. That's fine. I do not mind. Yo, our boy over here is just sleeping on him. Clowns unlock Ultra Instinct. We back off of him. Crap loop again. But we'll go ahead and eat this. Doesn't really matter to us. Take it. We got 2 boys down here. Boys from Boise. Take those. Here's our last little gift up top. Play the trap there. Cool. Give him the old One Punch Man. Yo, enemy got flogged. The Hazak bird. That goes on your boy here. Alright, beat Hazak herb. Alright. Dune is officially up to his max damage potential. Dude is hidden like a Goku amped up on roids. He's been hitting the Powerball. Alright, we want to go ahead and trigger that trap. And we want to get out of here. Okay, Bot left a comment in the chat. You guys probably won't see it, thankfully. But man, these Twitch bots are just absolutely classless. Right, star glasses. Hit big. Hit low. Alright, we start off in this general direction. See what we pull. Alright. Station. What do we got? More money, more problems. Even more money, even more problems. Let's see, where is our exit? Over there, so we run the circuit this direction. If we don't get immediately trapped in. Alright. That might be another wind crystal there. If it is, we close. A ton of fruit is a good. That is another wind crystal. Want it. For sure want it. Alright, this wind seed, garbage. Wind crystal, cake. Food hits for like a brick directly to the head. Of course. Oh, chat. Oh, it's bad, chat. It's okay. I'm fine. Never again, chat. Never again. Man, I hate the upside down traps so freaking bad, shit. Alright, I missed our circuit run. Gonna go ahead and go one to the left. Shooting at us from 8 million miles away. One little arrogant fellow. That much damage. Offwind sword. Do we have anything that we might want to get rid of? But our boy's been going good, so we're just gonna go ahead and feed him some snacks, give him a little energy. That's 5-hour energy we're packing into him. Those herbs are full of caffeine. Gotta keep those muscles fresh, you know? Keep them fresh. Get rid of the wood shield. We climb. Alright, here we go. We take the star glasses every single time. You know what? We use them right away. We got full map vision. What do we got? Bottom is our way out, so we head northeast first. Don't go west, we go east. Important distinction to make. Never go west, always go east. Alright, 1-2 punch-a-roo. Azak herb. Wielding the havoc with the Azak. Punch on that Fred boy. Alright, we go up and then to the right. Where are you? Dead in front. Come in. Alright, silver coinage. Good stuff. Good. Holy scroll, we want to see it. Get this volcanic friend out of my face. Alright, so this wand is nothing. Head off to the bottom. Grab some coinage. And then we head over here. Alright, give me 1 minute, chat. I will be right back. We'll resume shortly. Hold on. Alright, chat, we are back in it. Sorry about a little bit of a hiatus there, but we are back in it. Alright, get ourselves situated again. We're gonna beat on a crack-a-lackin'. Yo, our boy just shrugs. And Atlas shrugged. Alright. This is a copper sword. Worthless. Next floor. Alright, floor 13. Let's hope this is something good. It really isn't, but we'll try to use it anyway. Gabe Newell's doing some damage here. Gonna back off of him. Alright. Can afford to take one more hit on Fredbear there. Alright, Fred, how is your health? Not the best, so Kuhn, you go ahead and come out in front there. You take Rise like there's no tomorrow because you are a water type. Take these, we take these. Oh, what's here? That's more coinage. Thought we were close. That felt like it. Alright, so now we journey with both fellas hand in hand. Yo, this is just the money floor? Griffin got Griff ain't. Griff in got pushed Griff out. Don't know what kind of Griff that you're running. Alright, that means that Fredbear, you're gonna get collared. And what I think maybe we just run Kuhn solo for a little while. I'll bring Fredbear out so we can do a little recovery. But I feel like he's out of his depth here. There's too much literal firepower here. Eat of the fruit. Who needs it more? Fredbear definitely does. This is gonna give him basically the hunger boost that he needs in order to go forever. Poison? Don't we have an antidote? Don't we have antidote on us? We do not. Sucks. So we just with it. Very sorry, Kuhn. Alright. Okay, here we are. Alright, both of our boys are gonna have to heal up a little bit. This dungeon is rough on the traps. Alright, we're gonna check around here, make sure there's nothing of note. There is not. Alright, we're gone. There's a sleeping Gabe Newell. Busted him. Let's see how health is now. Much better. Alright, and up we go. Yo, floor 14. Casually making it to 15 now. 15 is a casual romp for us. There was a crystal up there of some kind, I think. If I just saw that correctly. Might not have. Lava fruit. You can take it or lava it. It's an holy animal. Okay. Done. Alright, Fredbear is probably gonna have to get... Yeah, you get collared. You can go ahead and deal. Done. Let's see here. Yeah, a lot of good emergency stuff. You know, this old iron sword ain't actually doing anything for us. We go ahead and we drop that. And what was down here? That's the layer fruit. And another trap. Kuhn does not care. He just obliterates. Kuhn's going full Exodia. Excuse me. Alright. Right there, you can come out and get your heal on. Been going for almost 3 solid hours. 3 good big ones, chat. It is a pleasure to have you all with me for this birthday stream. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and drop down. We take a little money. Ain't nobody refusing a little bit of cash. Cash makes the economy go round. Yeah, those trolls, they do damage. They indeed, Rooney, do some damage. Yo, he heals himself with D-heal. Alright. How we doing on HP? Little busted. But we'll be okay. Alright, we got another Gabe Newell here. We bust these guys. Alright, and there's the Mike Tyson Punch-Out level. Fun. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and keep moving up. Alright, now where is anything else? Might not be anything over in this corner. And I got frogged immediately. And that is a copper sword. There ain't nothing else worth it on this level. So we're gonna just blitz right on back to base. Back to Baldi's basics. Yikes. Slap. We slap. I get hit for massive damage. Alright, and then we continue on over, and then floor 14 is done. Casual romp to floor 15. Absolutely casual funk walking all over them. Alright, we got a sleeping troll here. We don't deal with trolls. And there we go. How we doing on EXP? Swoon's getting ready to level up soon. So that's a Gabe Newell type situation. You can actually pick your monster up. Just huck them into the abyss. You'll love to see it. Red sand. Do need that. I really don't want to sacrifice anything that we got in our inventory right now, but we don't got a choice. Alright. He's a gonna... And that's a level up. These guys are getting close. HP is looking fine. Yeah, floor 15. And another egg. We are spoiled. We are absolutely spoiled. What else do we do? Fire sword? Fire what? Fire away. A vermilion egg. Alright, what do you think we got inside of that bad boy there? What kind of friends do you think we can grab out of a vermilion egg? Good question. I don't know if there's a good answer. Alright, we'll go ahead. Pop through over here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and back up all the VODs onto the tube. Red, what kind of health are you at? You're fine. Alright, that guy's a goner. I take a whole heap of heck out of him. Alright. More EXP to be shared. Did we find the exit here? Not yet. Alright, and we did. What was this? It was a trap. Yep, we climb. We don't even think about it, we just go. Level 15 with the egg, though. And now we got more Garudas to deal with. Got lumping Garudas. How very Garuda you. What are we looking at? Qing very close to level 22 now. Just go ahead and... you're slow. That's who the slow trap hit. Right, and there was our way out right there. So we'll keep that in mind. If we get into an emergency, we cut and run. Alright, we blap Troll 8 ways to Sunday. Get some good EXP out of it. Allow Kuhn get the drop on him. Alright, we keep it moving. Trap loop, we'll go ahead and use those because the traps have been absolutely freaking brutal. I would try to disarm that trap, but one of your boys would probably just step on it immediately. Alright, we line up to deal with the Garuda. Why did you give up the high ground in order to deal with them down on their level? Dune gains additional power. Yikeronis, they do a lot. But that was useful EXP. We know for a fact that he takes no damage from these guys. Trash mob, get out of here. Not even worth barely any EXP. Get out of my face. Alright. There is a golf wand. Doesn't look like there's probably that much more in this dungeon to grab. Or at least this floor, so... I'm gonna slap this. Alright, and at that, we get out of here. We do not appreciate a good old warp trapperoni. So we go ahead and we remove ourselves from that nonsense. We got a picket here. In need of a good pocket of slapping. Monster loop, we'll take it. Is that 2 exits right next to each other? Oh, it is. Tons of stuff. Go towards this hammer is good for money, but it doesn't let us climb. Doesn't let us climb at all. We get rid of it. We take that, and do we immediately climb? I think we climb. Rare double exit floor. Even rare to see them right back to back. Ticket getting picked out. Blapped and bland. Actually, with our current setup, we'd love to see pickets. They are just free. Alright, that's more EXP. Checking again. Yeah, the EXP's flowing good. Couldn't steal an item. Tickets do not phase us, they do not scare us. Oh, 2 damage that they do does not scare us. We got an orb here. Oh, could be useful to us to have an additional orb. But honestly, I mean, look at how stacked our inventory is. This holy bell makes the room unpassable. Then we got acid rain. I mean, it's a good spell. We might actually have the white sand in order to be able to teach it to somebody. The problem is all of our boys have maximum capabilities, you know? We climb. We don't waste time. Just climb. Alright, going on midnight, boys. Birthday stream is coming to an end because the birthday itself is coming to an end. Ouch. Slap. Got a level out of it. Alright. Alright. We busted up the Arachne. Not actually dangerous on its own. Very dangerous when fused. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, what is your issue, buddy? Right there, what are you doing, fella? Thank you. You know what? That area was confusing for our boys. We just ignore it and we go this way. Arachne for 8 damage. Hits me for 22. That's the difference between us. Fredbear up to level 22. Bro is hidden. Alright, we use the truth glasses, but on what? You know what? The blue is a cyclone. We could remove the brainwashing immunity on Kuhn in order to get back stamina-ups. Might be good considering that we burn through mana just so much faster this way. So Kuhn is a potential target for that. Would remove that brainwashing immunity, but we only have to deal with that in the early floors, I think. So in theory, in all theoreticals, we can just go ahead and do whatever we want to do there. I'm not sure if any later game monsters can slap you with a brainwash, though. That's the concern. Alright, casual trek to level 20. Alright, and we got a sleeping unicorn, who we do not let lie. Alright. This is a wind crystal? Have to. No, it's a fire crystal. We do still kind of want that. We still kind of want that. What could I give up for it? Blaze ball? Your good money. Honestly, I'd rather have the crystal. They can do some bonkers things in a pinch. Alright, what do we got on the ground here? Star glasses. We use those immediately. Alright, so we know what that item is. There are 2 items over there that we do not know. Alright, we're gonna clear full clear style. So we're gonna go ahead over here. Take a little peek. Ain't nothing but some random pennies. Arachnes here are hitting a little bit harder. Alright, we let Kuhn deal with this guy. And he's done instantaneously. Yeah, that's a blaze ball. Alright, so now we continue on to the east. And see what we get here. That is a water crystal. Is anybody really busted up? You know what? You just use it and get the full heal on everyone. Full heckin' power. Can't make that kind of stuff up. Unicorn with a low blind. That is a low blow and actually exceedingly dangerous. We're gonna want to keep that in mind. Kuhn's damage up though is basically making him into a mega monster. Alright. I don't love it, but I'm starting to get a little bit used to it. Kuhn did him in. Alright, now we just get out of this floor. Honestly, this run is going fan-heckin-tastically. Except for that fact that that trap is preventing us from leaving. Also preventing the enemy monsters from entering, though. Oh, blind. Please don't be affected. Eyes weren't affected. Blast them. Alright, admittedly, we are... What is this? Up the cape? That was what that one lady was talking about. Oh, no. Oh, no, Chad. You know what that means? That means that, her friend there didn't, he did not make it out. He got all the way up to the 20th floor, and then that was that for him. Ripperonis 07s in the chat for a fallen hero. Alright. We ain't dying here. We keep our monsters close and our enemy monsters closer. So yeah, we keep climbing. Yeah, that is sad. It's actually pretty gnarly on the sadness. Sorry to see. Wish that it didn't happen to me. I know that Palumpas aren't necessarily dangerous, but honestly we don't need the ton of fruit for anything. Get the sand. And the Palumpas taken care of. Yeah, look at the amount of stuff that we got. 3 red sands already, 2 more white, and a blue. Not to mention, we're coming out of here with double the wind crystals, and we've got an emergency fire crystal we can just toss down in the worst case scenario. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a solid run. What? I know we're not in any danger, but we'll go ahead and summon that fire crystal and get Salamander to just chew him on. Get him, Sala. That's right. The Salamander doing its work. Alright, that regal music in the background scaring me just a little bit. Viper with 12 damage. And Fred with the Ultra Instinct dodge. Holy Scroll, that's good. That allows me to manhandle an enemy. Truth Glasses, we take those. Use them on something. Scarlet Egg, what do you got? A Manual Veya. It is a really, really good egg to have. It provides that passive splitting nonsense that we like. The curse is not the way, my brother. I think we can call this floor quits. You just go up. Back it to him, Kuhn. Dude, that damage up is crazy. Kuhn is hitting well above his pay grade. Alright, we got a lot of friends here. Alright. Enemies fading to the left of me. Enemies getting wrecked to the front of me. How are we doing on the XP? Honestly, close to another level. We keep it going. This is the best EXP we've gotten in the game so far. We keep it moving. And I'm blinded immediately. Alright, we can see again, thank goodness. Maheli Seed. Who's got low stamina-ups? Alright. I guess we continue up the northern pathway here. Olympia. Iron Sword doesn't do anything for us. We keep it moving. But yeah, honestly, we are trucking here. The Diamond Hands Shield. Our live shield has the amount of power of a diamond shield, so I don't actually think it's that necessary. Yeah. Ain't that all actually necessary, so we'll let the Palumpa come in and get palumped on. Alright, this is dangerous. So, given where we are, we head for the exit. Yep. We do not play with that arrogance. If we end up in that situation, we always just rise to the occasion and get the heck out. Made it to level 24. New monster. See? Block. This dude is tanky. Okay, I guess we just leave. We got another blockaroni up there. Yeah, anything that would like make you unhappy, because you are kind of a big fella. You're kind of a big deal. But Fredbear will be the first one to face him. We'll do 19. Our boys do a lot of damage, but they take a lot of damage. The mirror leveled up. That is a spell redirect, I believe. Chaos Trap sucks, but we'll take it as an opportunity to get a little healing in. Alright, where do we go from here? Yeah, this is unexplored territory for us, chat. Water Ball provides protection. Honestly, Acid Rain is fine, but for our purposes, Water Ball is actually kind of cracked. We're just gonna go ahead and test that Water Ball out on our friend here. You are now protected. Didn't do enough. We'll bind. How much stamina ups do you have, Fred? Not enough, so we collar you and we back off. Blocks do a heckin' ton of damage. I feel like we're slightly out of our depth here. Don't know what you are, but you scare me a little bit. And don't have a lot to do but to send you. We send you to the abyss. Steel shield. We'll just waste some time while that procs. Off we go. And we got a Viper. Viper can weaken attack power. Sucks. But we'll live with it. Pretty sure that stays in between floors too. Rough stuff. How are we doing on nearly levels? Tunes just face a little bit of damage down low. Honestly, but doing pretty good. Honestly, pretty heckin' solid. Alright, where's our way out? Have we come across the exit yet? Not looking like it. So we'll keep up the exploratories. Mirror shield, huh? We do like the mirror shield that we got at home. It is worth some money. Maybe how much is this steel shield? Across that, we take the mirror shield and we book it. Level 25, brand new high. Alright, the monsters have been nutty as far as damage goes. I don't know what that thing is. We can just swap our AI on us? That is freaky and frankly a little scary. Yo, we'll take some money. A hail seed and an oleum fruit. Alright, and then the water orb didn't actually do that much. I think it added a little bit of protection, but honestly, wasn't really worth it over what we can do with an oleum. And getting an enemy out of our way would be vital, especially if we're facing multiple dudes at once. Alright, I don't know kind of nonsense that you pull. Whatever it is, we got the answer for you. We send you to the Shadow Realm. Wood shield is trash. Yeah. Alright, let's continue on. It's that Zuby again. We hit him for some. Alright. Dangerous. Looks like we're actually gonna have to fight one of these guys. Please don't be too bad. Stealth. So whenever he's attacked, he counterattacks. That is a problem, and I'm glad that I've been sending those guys to the abyss. Monster loop. Go ahead and use this. It's not going to help us that much. We keep going. We keep it moving. Alright, we're paralyzed forever and a day. Alright, we recovered from paralysis. You know, we cannot fight the stealth. I kind of wanted to make it to the next level, but honestly, it's not worth it. Don't want to end up like Cape Boy. So we wind out. We leave. Alright, then we head back to the bar and we show the girl the cape. Selling some items. Yep, let's get rid of some trash. Life shield we're keeping. The vital sword we're keeping. The holy we can get rid of. And then everything else kind of want to keep. Mirror +1. We can actually keep that. Eh, small payday, but we'll take it. Alright. That gives us the wake-up slap, and up we go. So now we check our roster. Alright. So, we got the manual there. Put you down, we hatch you up. Alright, and then Cyclone. Keep burning through you guys, so we want to go ahead and bring you back in. Perfect. And we got a new baby griffin egg that we will go ahead and hatch as well. And there we go, just that easy. And then the rest of this, for the most part, just gonna go into the storage locker. Alright, we're gonna open up the safe here. Favor to ask. Yes, open the safe. Yep, mostly transfer in. So we want the wind crystal, all of the sand, in the mirror. And that'll do it. Now let's take a look at our stash. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, we got some good stuff here. Maybe too many lava fruits. I'm gonna get rid of one because we see too many of those in the dungeon. They don't help us that much. Tons of wind crystals. Bunches of white powder. Few blue. Tons of red. We can make a really, really good sword with that. And then just be able to clear early game all by ourselves, which we can kinda already do. Do we go for a reset run next time? I think we do. Alright. No, we don't want to save just yet. We will be back, mother dearest. But first, this lava fruit. Here we go. And we leave. Okay. Now let's see here. Alright. One blue cape will not fit me. Alright. Is there anybody here? Our fan club's going off. They gotta go hide. Alright, let's see. I think this is the bar. And now we talk to the girl. It belongs to him. It belongs to him, I know for sure. This means he was killed at the tower. I'm sorry, ma'am. Sorry. Sucks. Absolutely sucks to find out. Alright, we'll see if things have calmed down a little bit. No. They have not. Not great, man. Not heckin' great. Alright, so talk to people at the restaurant. This is our first time in. Neat. Dude wants the food to be terrible. And we got hamburger patty here. Alright, there's the cutlet, crystal curry, chicken, beef rice, the special. Well, let's go with the special. Tempura uses seasonal vegetables and seafood. It's located in the middle of a desert. This dish The freshness of the ingredients is essential. It's considered delicacy here. Raw ingredients are covered in the batter and fried quickly at high temperature. You get that tempura that is crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. As the ingredients change daily and it's not a heavy dish, with people like Mr. Ghosh who will eat it every day. Hope calls this dish his specialty. I believe it shows that he is most confident about this dish out of the whole menu. Oh, Ghost just harassing all the ladies in the restaurant, man. Alright. Lost my appetite after dealing with Ghosh. Ghosh. Yeah. There we are. Met with Patty. The restaurant thing is done. Did that. What are we looking at for cash? 30K. That means that now we can go up here to the horseman's house. It's a bowling alley. That's the theater. Alright, you serious? Nope. Sorry. Yeah, give me that's the spirit. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. And off we go. We go talk to Tonka Truck. Our boy Tonka will go ahead and build that racetrack for us. Now, from what I understand, the racetrack is a real big money maker if you know how to game the system. I personally am not interested in doing that particular bit of it, but you know what? We'll see. We got some work for you. Build that circuit. Racing circuit. Build it up in the corner. I'm building. Alright. There we go. That is it. So with that chip, we have successfully got a 1 in 5,000 sword drop. Big deal. We got monsters powered up with a full repertoire of skills. And we made it up to floor 25. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and save the game. Ladies and gentle ladies, fellas of all ages, it has been an absolute pleasure spending my birthday with you guys today. I had a ton of fun. Hoping that you all also had a great day here on the Eastern Coast in the EST. We'd love to see it. You guys are always the best. I am glad that I was able to share this game with you for a little while. I have been the Foxhound. This has been the Foxhound Show, and it has been a pleasure. I hope you all have a great night or a great day wherever you are on the big blue marble. And I'll see you in the very next episode of The Foxhound Show. Good night, everybody.